Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are just coming out of another winter. It's the 20th of February 1963, and we will soon be back in the growing season. And in the last part we were focusing very much on trying to get some revenue by building up this area here, and that will continue to be the focus of this video. In fact, I don't think I've assigned that. Let's just do this. I'm just going to get that in there. Now, since the end of the last video, there has been a small update. There's one related to heating, but that's if you've got heat exchangers. It allows you to see the distribution of hot water through the heat exchangers, but there's no new stats related to the small heating part. But probably more importantly now, you see we've now got this option to tell our snowplowers to do specific roads and distance. So I'm just going to increase this to exclusively gravel roads and 2,000 meters there. Now I do have a bit of a problem with the population, because if I show you here, my population seems to be a bit stuck at the moment, and I do wonder whether it's a little bit to do with the pollution from this heating plant. Because if I show you here, all these buildings are approaching maximum, but this corner here seems to be suffering. And if I show you come to here, you'll see that the people in this area are a little bit sick. So what I want to do, I've got to find where it is now. What it is, equipment for citizens. Okay, this has actually got a footpath. So what we're going to do is just going to drop a pollution monitor in there, because I just want to see how extensive this pollution actually is. Of course, we're going to have to put that there. Now, the other thing is, I'm not convinced I managed to get all my grain in last time. You see, we're down to 308. Actually, we got quite a lot of fuel, so I wouldn't mind. I've got a small fuel truck here. What we're going to do is we're going to export a little bit of fuel for a little while, just to try and make some money, because money is getting a little bit desperate and I really need to make some profit. So what I'm thinking is, could I get in another silo? The trouble is, I'm not sure if I connect this silo to another silo whether it would work, and I don't think I've got the room anyway. Yeah, I mean, we could put a silo there, but we could put a silo over here, but we'd have to. But the question is, can we get a road out here? Haha, just love power lines. No, we're not going to get. I don't want. I can't break these power lines. So where can I put a silo? I mean, I literally just want a silo so that I can use for an overflow situation. Get one in there. Nope. I see a flash of green there. We'll put one just in here. Oh, and it's not that far away. Oh, and the other thing I do want to do is try and get some of these roads gravelled. There will be a big focus on gravelling at the moment, simply because that's the one resource I can use quite extensively. We can just connect that up, and we're just gonna. I mean, I've got until August to get that built, so we're okay generally. And the other thing I'm thinking is that this town, I mean, our population is 1,456, and we seem to be stuck around there. And I think this is going to be about the maximum population for this area. So what I'm thinking is it's time to start expanding out this way. But before I do that, there's a couple of things I want to do. I would like to be able to bring gravel down to here. So the question is, let me just see, can we put in some conveyors? We put in, I'm not going to use roads. Can we? Right, I can get a conveyor. I run up the edge of the map here. like that. And then, what I'm half thinking is to put all the dirty heavy industry in this corner and then have my town over here, because then the population could spread out that way. Maybe just put in where we got small aggregate. So if we're going to send out the resources, maybe we need to go one more with the conveyor. Maybe just stretch this conveyor. Nope, one there. Half one. Maybe we'll stretch it to about there. And then still on that. And then we're in the, I'll put a small aggregate in here, because the job of this is just going to be simply just put that there like that. Then the idea is we're hook a road out of here, which we probably can do. There's no point building something like this if you can't hook a road out. Then we're gonna be nice to put the road actually up into this area and then down again to that road over there. Yeah, I think that will work. And then put this through here like that. It's getting a bit steep there. That could be a problem. And we'll just pull this down. And we'll pull this back up again. Just, wow. That could be a bit of a problem. I think I'm going to get a little bit of a try to trick depression there. So if I come here, that out like that. Sometimes it pays to do this, so what you actually get in here is a strong connection. There, like that. And the question is, can I get some gravel yards up here? Because there's no point having this road here if I can't get gravel into it. We got some gravel there. I think this might be a little bit too steep. Anyway, just before we do that, let's just go and check how things are going. Right, this is built, so we can allocate this to construction yard. How's this going? Yeah, that's going okay. Right, what I want to do is get that silo underway. Oh, and the other thing I also want to do is get this area finished, because I think it's time to become independent with food as well. So kind of front loading out a bit too much here, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. I just really need the barn. The barn doesn't need anything in the way of steel. Steel's the big one. I'm not too worried about anything else. That's it. We're into March. We've got our tractors out. Did I bring the tractors over yet? So let's see if we can get in our quarries. It's not that productive, is it? I mean, that's going to be pretty productive. The problem's going to be is, let's just fucking drop this terrain down. I mean, this is all very much long-term planning. The only thing we can do is see if this will actually fit in here. Wow. Okay, we've got a road there, but that's got a massive bump in front of it. I doubt very much if we're going to get a road out. Of course we can. I shouldn't be such a pessimist, should I? Oh, it's just going to come there. Okay. Just pull you up a little bit. So we got a road into there. Certainly going to have to do a bit of landscaping here. I'm just going to chop this back there. Now the next thing I'm going to have to do is build these. I'm going to need footpaths and roads coming out here, which would be our industrial supply roads. I think from this end I can get in. Cancel. We can come up like that, and that. There. And of course, the other thing we're going to have to bring over here is power. And if we run this to about there, you up to there, you to there. So this will provide the connections for the whole area to grow. And we'll just start the process creating those footpaths. We will get roads coming in from this direction. A massive dip there though. So we got that area there. As I said, this is very much a long-term project, but I just want to plan and give myself the options that I need. So I think we've kind of got the gravel situation going. We need extra gravel. We can come into here and do that, but we're not going to be building that for a little while. How are we doing over here? Oh, this isn't on the production line. Wow, bit of a fail there. Okay, right, we've now completed our pollution monitor. Let's just see how bad the pollution is. Yeah, the pollution's coming up into here. Yeah, so my instinct is to move these workers out of this building here. Let's have a quick check. If I knock that building down, you can get there. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to relocate you into there. There. Okay, can't we get the last two out? Okay, sorry about this guys, but you're gonna get blown up. In fact, I think what we'll do is this doesn't need steel, so we can certainly add that to our construction list. I think we got one more building here which we can add. This has got a little bit of steel, but I think we can add that. Well, I'm kind of overloading my constructions, but I think that's going to be quite important. So this is 28 as well, so we can move some of this population into there. Then we'll knock this one down as well. Of course, we can use this space. Let's take that out, take that out, take that out. Let's take this out here. How well is the theatre going? That's the small clinic, that's the theatre. I mean, it's pretty well attended. What other like leisure activities can we put in here? Cinema, small, that's TV. Post office, I don't know why we'd want to. That's too big. Telephone booth, can we get another small theatre in here? Yeah. If we put that, just put that in there, and of course we'll connect that up there. I think we'll connect that up there as well, and we'll just add these as well to the construction process. We'll just replace this with a small theatre. And And the other thing I've seen people talking about in the forums is that if you put trees down, if we put trees into the trees down, that can actually reduce the spread of pollution as well. So let's drop some trees in here, just mix them up a little bit, and to see how well that slows up the pollution. Also, we need to put some trees in here as well, just to keep that looking growing up quite well. Okay, the spread of pollution is related to the productivity of this. The more productivity this is, the more pollution it puts out, therefore the more it spreads. Hopefully that will keep our population happy. Now I've got probably too many jobs on the go now, which is going to be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to need to let this catch up a bit. Let me go over here. Actually, how many roads have we got in here? A small warehouse, cement block. But we don't actually have any roads going at the moment. So what I would like to do is get a few of these. Oops. Just let him. I don't think he's going to be too fussy anyway. So we'll just put you there. And I think I would like to put in that in as a road, and maybe that one as well. Oh. I think I might have just messed up my what we call it, my planting. Oh well. That tractor's on the way. They're on the way back, so. That one's not sowing just yet. It looks like I've covered most of the sowing, so we're probably looking good from that perspective. So what we're going to do now is just let everything try and catch up. And while we're doing that, the next thing I want to work on is up here, because we're going to have to put on the wireframe for this, and we're going to have to come to here. What I would like is a second coal mine up here, and I think we're going to get rid of this. Yep, it's really in the wrong place. I'll take that out, and I think what we're going to do is just no, not that. Again, I think we're going to use the mods, right? I think again we're going to use the mods for the conveyors. Conveyor. Right, that's. I think what we're going to need is 3 into 1. So if we can 1 into 3. 1, 1, 3 into, I think that's the one we need. If I can get this in about there, and then what we can do is, what am I doing? What I'd like to do is get this coal mine out, say about this far, try and stretch that conveyor as. Why is that not flat terrain? So we're going to have to. How far up can that go? Need reconstruction. Okay. That's good. What I might be able to do is do a bit. But we know we want to put it in this area here. No, I've got no bulldozers, we can't do that just yet. Which means I can't level this area. What we might be able to do is we know that's going to work, so if I come down here, then I get this. be nice to get this down over here, and then we get you going into about there. What I'm thinking is to bring the coal down off the hillside here, have a small aggregate or something in this area here. So what we'll probably need to do is level off this area a bit, and then we'll run round here with the coal processing power station. Of course, we need a major heating plant, and what I would also like is a steel mill, probably about here, so that we can bring in the, I can't remember what it's called, iron ore. We can bring the iron ore in, turn it into iron, although, I mean, to be honest, maybe we could just straight import the iron, because it's not that much difference in price, is there? Although, to be honest, that price would make a difference, but then if we got to turn it into iron ore, we've then got to have workers to do that, and I won't have the workers to do it. So I think what we'll do is just get rid of this road here for the moment. It's about there. We're gonna have to try and level off some of this area here. So just turn the wireframe back off again because I can't use it. Yeah, because I've overloaded all my construction, I don't have any spare excavators now, and there's no point buying one, because if I buy one, what will happen is it will just get allocated to a job. So we're just going to have to wait and see if this lot will catch up. And I'm a bit worried about this now, though. My tractors are coming back. That probably means I've got everything planted up, ready to go. I would want it to build this section of road, but I don't want to add any more roads just at the moment. We're all grabbing a bit of fuel. Wait for them to all get back into the farm, and then what I'll do is I'll do the swap over like I did last time, and put the harvesters into here with the extra truck. I really wish there was a way in this game that you could prioritize builds. So that's all built. Yeah. Right, we've got all the steel we need here, we just need the concrete. Let's make sure my concrete plant is... Yep. That's doing okay. Let's see if the growing trees will... It seems to be improving a little bit, but this is what you got to remember, is because it's the summer, this is probably working less hard, so pollution may not spread. I think that the attic can wait at the moment. So how's the population going? The population is, let's see, how many, it looks like we had a bit of a spike of deaths. We had a spike of deaths, and births are on the rise. We've got no escapees. I think overall we're doing okay. We just need to catch up with the demands of the building. Let's just see if we can get that finished. Right, all my tractors should be back, so you go to there. You go to there. You go to there. Cancel that. You go to there. We don't. And eventually I will get to the point where I won't need to do this, but at the moment I think it's probably slightly more important to get, we're going to get all our harvesters into here, and we got the money. What I would like is another, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got, I think I've got, let's just see how many harvesters I've got. I think I've got 5 harvesters, so okay, I'm just going to send you there. Just fill up my... Yeah. I think I would like another covered hull here. So covered hull, what can we carry? Something that's going to, doesn't have to be fast, it's just got to carry a big quantity of crops. Well, that actually says it can carry 9.6 of crops. So any advance on 9.6. Must admit, one problem I do have with this game is the size of the herbs. Okay, 2 by accident. But I think we could probably put the other one to use. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 covered hull trucks. Got 1 spare now, which I could probably use once this is built. I can to move the grain from here. Oops. Time to stop. I'm using up too much of my fuel. Go back. We got no real spare capacity. I've only got 72 tons of fuel. No wonder I was making so much money. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. I was fiddling about too much. We got an excavator back. So time to get back over here and see if we can get in that second coal mine. Just zoom out. That gonna be far enough. Needs flat terrain. And we're gonna have to push it up a little bit like that. Hopefully this will build the conveyor. I certainly don't want to bring this stuff down by a truck. Oh, nearly that. Right, so we got a conveyor down to there. Now the next thing I've got to do is get a road down from here, which is going to be fun. Okay, let's bring this road down. Yeah, there's a little ridge of rock on the edge there, which is causing the problem. I mean, we're probably going to have to use cableways to get our workers up here, because I think getting workers up here is going to be quite fun. Let me just bring this down to about here. Right, just stop there. Okay. We're going to have to kind of come out a bit like that. What we're going to have to do is drop the terrain here a little bit and see if we can do like that. We're going to have to go up in short sections, which is going to make it a little bit of a pain in the neck with respect to... Maybe we can drop this down a little bit more. Let's try and reduce that down a little bit more. And see if that will. Sometimes if you just do this, you can. I bet you I won't be able to travel this. Wow, I can. I like that. So we've now got the production end sorted out down to here. I've just got a big job now trying to level this out. And so I don't want to spend too much time leveling this out. But I think what we're going to do is try and pull up to say about that level there. If I create a pump, yeah, it's just I can just create a line here. Okay, we got more vehicles. One of the downsides of playing this very hard start is you get all these nice vehicles start appearing and you can't really use them. That's way too high. It's because I was talking. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit and get a datum across here. And so I don't want to level too much, but because we're putting down great big buildings, we do need to have a certain amount of things being level. Oops, get rid of you. So we got that there, and let's see if I can get a small aggregate plant in here. We can get a small aggregate plant in there, so if I can level that out a bit more, it will work. Right, we've got this is finished. Right, I think get things up and running is we're just going to find the truck that's associated with the heating plant, because I know you ship coal. I add you to there and you unload coal. And we'll just take off weight. So what you're going to do is just keep pushing the coal into there. And what we actually need is gravel here. Where's the... So are you picking up... So you're getting stuff from the small aggregate storage. And you're delivering to the small planet. Yeah. And what we're going to do is add you to that. There's the concrete plant. Oops. Right, we've got somebody delivering concrete. Why can't I? Don't you have dumpers? Not coal, I want gravel. Look at there. Have you actually got any dumpers? Yeah, you've got a couple of dumpers. There's somebody must be delivering to here. Yeah. So we want aggregate, and we don't want cement there. We need this cement plant up and running first with the aggregate to get some staff in there, and then once this is finished we can then get this bit built here. How's the footpath here? We're going to just let the jobs run down a bit now. How's the job situation? Okay, so it looks like the roads are being built. Except that one. Oh, I didn't sign it, so priority please. And this is being built, that's good. A little bit of steel. I didn't assign you either. Okay. Well, we got a little while to go yet before the crops are ready to be harvested anyway, so it's not like actually just I think we can get a little bit sneaky up here and just add these here. I think we'll just put the focus at the moment on these here. I think the faster the trucks move over these roads, the faster we bring the crops in, which is another reason why I'm actually building that. Okay, the trees are growing. The trees grow really quick in this game. Let's see. What's the pollution now? Pollution's pretty good actually. I'm still not that worried about leaving this gap here. Actually, what we could do, something I haven't actually done yet, is it's equipment for citizens. Is it? Or is it culture? I can't remember now. I don't normally build these very often. Here we are, accessories. Because I've never been too sure. Wow, these are big. So I've never been too sure whether these actually give a real benefit to the city, but we'll just put one in anyway, just for the funsies of it. Just gonna go up. I mean, we've got to give our population a little bit of culture. Wouldn't mind hooking up through there. Okay, we'll just put that tiny little bit in there. Let's get that built. The joys of gravelling footpaths. That's why in some ways it's a lot better when you're laying out a city. So like when I'm laying out the residential area out here, it'll be a little bit easier because we'll be building it from scratch. Let's just get back to here. Look at the wireframe. What we're going to do is just going to keep flattening this area out here so I can put in the small aggregate store. We'll just level this through here. Okay, just chop this down a little bit in this corner. So just that out. Need to get rid of this hole here, otherwise it's just going to be a pain in the neck. So I don't want everything 100% dead level, but when you're laying big buildings and you want to put them fairly close together and you're putting in footpaths and roads, you've got to have a fairly good platform to put things out on, otherwise life just gets messy. And I think we can just come around here. Smidgen out this area here. Probably that's the road level there, so what we'll do is just kind of try and follow the level of the road round here. That's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. I have to get rid of that horrible trench there. I think we just level up this here. And then we'll probably take out something that way. We'll probably just level through about. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, got no more. I've had my quota of my construction. But what it should mean is I should be able to get the small aggregate. I never find the small aggregate storage into here. Of course, the road always goes out the wrong way, but I think if we, and that actually goes out that way, so what we're going to have to do is probably try and put things a little bit like that. What we'll have to probably do is put a conveyor there that will distribute stuff out that way. And I think we're going to have to and then what we're going to have to do is try and get this road up to here, because this is just a construction access road. Okay, so just turn the wireframe back off again. And we're running at 112 credits. Okay, so we've got getting some cement in here ready for export. We really need this finished. To get this finished, then we'll have the link to here, which then means we can adjust the cement supply. We've got the coal. We've got the coal. The gravel's not as efficient as I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Or maybe we're just being a little bit too efficient with all the gravel that we're shoving in. Okay, we've now got this nearly finished, which is good. We are now coming up with our crops are growing quite nicely. I'd love to build this bit of road here. Let's just have a quick check. Unfinished road, unfinished road. We've got three unfinished roads which are up here. Over here. I'm not going to push me by starting another one here. This is still going a lot slower than I was hoping for. I've got a spare. This is a covered hole. And what I could really do with is an open hole here. Assigned to this. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to buy an open hole. Something that's quite cheap that will carry quite a lot of weight. That's 9 tons of steel. That's 13 tons. It's 7,000. I think we will. Let's pick that up. Assign you to there. And eventually we will assign more vehicles out to here. At the moment I've only got all we got here is mechanical electrical components. Yep. So how much money are we doing at the moment? We do last month plus 12,000. I'm spending money on resources. So what do we export? So alcohol, gravel. We're not exporting any clothes. Oh, we did export a little bit of clothes. So, probably more important, what are we actually importing? Bricks, fabric, food, steel, pallets, cement. So if we can get this finished, we can stop importing cement. And then we can distribute everything. Actually, how... Oh, you only got 12 tons of cement, so... Come on. Get finished, please, game. Yeah, down to 97,000, which is a little bit worrying. Down to 72 tons of fuel. We're not producing any fuel at the moment. How's my gas station? You got 58 tons. You've got 58 tons as well, so that's looking good. We've only got 25 tons left of food. We've only got 25 tons of crops here, which is not good. How's the population going? And the population's still hanging around 1,480. So this is actually finished. Where did all those workers come from? And we've now got spare capacity. Again, I think this one is affected by pollution. Yep, this one's just on the edge of pollution. Obviously the trees aren't making that much difference. I think the choice between the statue, how much construction have we got? So, okay, we're down to the small food factory, the cement silo, and 2 unfinished roads. I think we can add that in just for get that underway. And we've got these built out here. I can't build any more roads now, but what I can do is just do that little bit there. Just get that ready for winter. We're kind of running out of construction projects, but at the same time, I just want to get everything done and stable. And I think this is quite important sometimes. When you're building, you've got to stop and let everything settle down. And of course, when you've got not much money, you need to actually settle down and actually put some money here. Come on, we need gravel out here. Come on, you've got to deliver this gravel. How much gravel do you need? You need 13 tons. Which is probably 2 dumper truck pulls. Yeah, you're going to be about 1 ton short. annoying game. I think he might be the 1.6 tons. So he's going to finish off this road here, which is going to be good. And then we can get that little bit finished there. And I think what we can do is just do a little bit more work on. If we can get this road up to here. And to be honest, I'm not too worried about how long this takes, because I say this is only a construction road. That's not going to do it. So, annoying. Yeah. Right. This is going to be definitely too steep. Actually, sometimes what happens is if you come the other way, if I take out that section there, and then we'll just drop this down a little bit. Push that down. Okay. Oops. You can just come down to that connection there. I know I've just spent a lot of time building this footpath, but I'm wondering whether, nah, I don't think there's a benefit in having a road there. And of course I didn't put this over here before I put the road back in. Got away with that. Just build this back up. So, we're going to need to fill in this gap here. Let me just take out that little bit there. Put the wireframe back on. Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky. What we're going to have to do is try and fill in this area here. So we'll just see if we can get a datum across here. There's a dip like that could be potentially very dodgy later on. So we're just going to fill this area in here. I know some of you will say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, but this is the reality. Sometimes you've got to indulge in a lot of engineering to get a few things done. And the better the preparation, the better you're going to build, is probably the honest truth. So, leave that bit there. Actually, no, we can just stick that off there, and we'll just take a little bit of a chance here. That road. Just connect that through like that, and then we just connect you to there and you out to there. I'm not sure where that road's going to go at the moment. There's probably not much we can do along that section there. I mean, we're going to need things like fire stations and all that, but our main kind of accommodation would be out this way. Let's have a look here. What's this like? This isn't too bad actually. So we could probably just do a little bit of leveling out to about there, and we can maybe just out like that, get a bit of a framework going. Of course, we're gonna have to fill in that hole there. Anyway, so just back here, and the wireframe back off again. We've nearly got the silo. What we're after is concrete and steel. Yeah, we're not really getting any workers here, because this is what I was saying about the population being a bit stretched. it's okay. Right, we're now coming up to the 18th of July. Our farms aren't quite ready to go. We've got our covered hole here. Pull grain from here to here when this area starts to fill up. Down to 72 tons of fuel. In some ways I wouldn't mind to stop building actually structures, be able to gravel in this bit of road. This is the priority. Anyway, while that's building, we've now got our small aggregate here which will store the raw coal. So what the next thing we need in this process is a... Why do all the roads have to be the wrong way round? I mean, we could put this here, and then if we put this here, what we could do is then push out the storage that way, which will then feed back into a power plant that way. If we provisionally put this here, we only need one in here. And then what we can do is put a large, and of course the road's on the wrong side again, but I think we can live with that. We've got two going out that way, so it is the large aggregate storage, so just put that there. I have to can come into that way there. I've got to think about how this main road is going to come into the let's just fill this area in. It's annoying me. It's kind of giving me a little bit of a problem. So if I fill this area in here, it's like this. Get this kind of semi-smoothed out. Then this road can like come through here. And what's this going to be like? Let's pull this road through to about here. This will be our main road, which can come through and connect it there. Got a little bit of an issue here we're going to have to work on, but I think that's going to be our main road. And that's going to connect up to there. We got, and then this one can see if, wow, that's quite a big dip there. I think we're going to need to level it through here. So we're just going to pick out that section there. And just put the wireframe back on. Yeah, there's a couple of big dips here. So what I'm going to do is just level this through about here. Maybe we're just putting this up here. I don't want it to be too close to the aggregate storage. I think that will work a bit better. And then you can come through to there. And then there's the road here. Probably just trim that back a little bit. A smidge more. Then we can just bring you and into there. We will be building these as gravel. In fact, I'll be tempted to build the main road as asphalt, to be honest. So we've got this area here which is coming together. We will probably need to level out this way to put our town out this area. The other thing I haven't done over here, which I need to think about, is running power out to these conveyors. Oh, come on, finish. Turn the wireframe off again. Right, we've started harvesting, so we need to keep an eye now on the crops coming in. I should get the fuel going. We've got some food, a little bit of food being produced now. So as we've got food coming in, so that's my distribution. I'm not going to import food anymore. We're gonna have to add the warehouse to there, and you're going to load food. And your job is to keep the food supply going into there. Hopefully that's going to work. We'll have to keep an eye on it just to make sure. So we managed to get 53 tons of crops into there. We just have to keep an eye on this. So once this fills up, we'll start moving the crops into our secondary. There's no power supply. That's annoying. That was a waste of time then, wasn't it? I don't think I can get a... okay. Construction. There is a very small cable in here. Hopefully that will get built before I actually need it. So how many jobs have I got lined up? None. Good. That should focus all the attention onto... Right. Guys, sign that. Nope. Right, on all my resources focused on that. We need the power there. So right, now I'm aware time is pushing on, so just to finish off, I'm gonna just zoom out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a power supply here. There's a road there, so if I can get that laid in there like that, then we can run the road that way, because again this is going to be simply a construction road. It's only ever going to be gravel. So you can come there. Now this is going to supply power to my main construction area here, so what we will do is put in something that's got... Do I want the full 250? What's this? This actually uses prefabs, and I make prefabs now. That's great. So what we can do, I don't want to cut across here, so we're going to take a little bit of a circular route. Actually, I don't like that either. And we actually do make pet prefabs now, so it's not like we're going to be using steel. And I think just bring that back a bit. Say about there. So it's these ones were. I'm just going to trim that off and run through here, there, and up to there, there. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add here prefabs. You're going to have to be assigned to there. Right, I'm thinking about it, where assign you there as well. And wow, we're running out of money. You're building up quite well. Where's all my money going? Imports. Steel. Steel. Oh, looks like we've had a bit of a surge of electronics as well. So we are definitely going to need to consolidate a little bit over time. And just try and... I think also what's probably happening is workers are... Right, so we've now got this here. And what we need to do is adjust the cement deliveries now. Right, I'm getting myself in a bit of a tangle, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is adjust these lines off camera and try and sort them out, because something's not quite right here. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.